These are some of the things that CMS is reviewing right now to see if the temporary changes should be made, the flexibilities should be made permanent, right? So first, they're going to assess whether the mode of telehealth service delivery is clinically appropriate, right? So we're searching out, is it appropriate? Is it the best use of funds and resources? Are we actually driving better care through the use of telehealth? They're also looking for fraud, obviously. The second is we need to assess Medicare payment rates for telehealth services. During the public health emergency, Medicare paid the same rate for telehealth visits as it would have paid for an in-person visit, given the unique circumstances. Outside of the pandemic, by law, Medicare usually pays for telehealth services at rates similar to what professionals are paid in the hospital setting for similar services. Further analysis could be done to determine the levels of resources involved in telehealth visits outside of the public health emergency, right? So that what they're looking at is, does it require, will they do research to determine how much resources actually needed to do a telehealth visit? And finally, it is vital that beneficiaries and taxpayer dollars are protected from unscrupulous actors as more healthcare providers use telehealth to treat beneficiaries. CMS is examining our data for many of these angles, right? So they're looking for fraud, as we talked about earlier. There's that CMS database that's out on the Wall Street Journal website. And if you actually go into that, it is just amazing. You look at, you could, to the untrained eye, I will caveat this by saying, by the untrained eye, it would appear to me that there are some doctors that have figured out how to really work Medicare and where they can really maximize their revenue. I'm not calling it fraud, but they're maximizing their revenue by recommending certain procedures that can be done over and over again and still get paid. And you're seeing some Medicare-only doctors making $5, $6, $7, $8 million a year doing these procedures. Again, I don't know if it's fraud, but to the untrained eye, you look at that and you're going, that seems very interesting to me. And I think that same data does exist. I think CMS has the ability to really look closely at that to determine the best place for it to go. So